Andy here for Live in Greece, and just off to the beach. Yeah, I thought that'd be nice. But we just filled up the car with petrol. I thought I'd make a quick video about the cost of living in Greece, okay, and how much does it cost to live here, and yeah, basically expenses, living expenses in Greece. Let's have a think. So to fill up the tank on the old Toyota Corolla was about 65 euros from empty. So I think that was what, 120 a euro or something, was it? Petrol 120 a euro. Cigarettes are around 3 euros a packet. Beer is about €1 a can. What else do people always ask? How much? Rent on property, right? So renting a property can be anything from, say, 300 euros a month up to whatever you want to spend. You know, this is a really difficult question to answer, is what's the cost of living, you know, for Greece, or how much does it cost to live in Greece? So it depends what you do, doesn't it? But what you can say is that electricity is around 11 euro cents per kilowatt hour, but on top of that you can almost double that for your, you can add another 11 cents onto that per kilowatt hour for your kind of council tax or your local taxes, government tax. The water is not very much at all. I don't even know how much the water is. How much is our water, Tanya?
Not a lot, I honestly couldn't tell you.
Yeah, negligible where we are. And I don't know whether that changes between different districts or something, but our water is really quite cheap.
23 a quarter, 23 quid or something.
23 euros a quarter or something, so that's not very much. Hang on, I'm just going to swing round here because this is where we're going. Go down to the beach there, which is quite cool, isn't it?
Tanya's driving, so we're going a bit slow.
Yeah, Tanya's having a little drive, so
Which I'm not a fan of on these
She doesn't
roads,
like driving
so
on
I have to practice
these roads.
more.
Yeah. So cost of living in Greece. So you can go out for an evening meal. We went out last night and we went to a local taverna and we had a big Greek salad, couple of chicken skewer things, plate of chips, a few bits of pita bread and everything, more than enough for 2 people, and a beer each, and it came to what, 24 euros?
It was 20 last night.
20 euros last night. So that's a, you know, good enough meal for 2 people and 2 beers, 20 euros. What else do we need to talk about? Cars are quite expensive if you want to buy a new car, but I'm going to do a video on buying a car in Greece because it needs a bit more of an explanation than this quick 5-minute thing that I'm doing now. Okay, so when I do that, I'll put the link here and in the bit below. So what else do we need to know? So if you want to know how much things cost, a really up-to-date thing, what you can always do is, in Greece we've got 3 supermarkets, one that I can't pronounce the name of, but I'll put the link for it below as well. Christikov, is it?
Or
Christikos, something like that. You got one which looks like Alpha Beta or AB, and that's the blue one. But that's actually something like Alpha Vita or something, because the B sounds like a V sometimes. Okay, Alpha Vita, and of course you've got Lidl's. Okay, so if you know what Lidl's like, then you can look at all of the websites for all of these, and you can look and compare prices, and you can find out an approximation. But to be honest, the stuff in Lidl's is kind of the same price as what it is certainly in the UK, and I suspect in the rest of Europe as well. And if you're American, then that's just tough, because I don't think you've got Lidl's in America. No, unlucky really. I quite like Lidl's. It's the only time you can go and pick up a big bag of pasta, two litres of milk, a pair of roller skates, and a detonator for a nuclear weapon or something. You know, it's kind of, they have some completely random things. Really poor quality power tools as well, but you know, it is what it is. But the food's good, really. Realistically, you know, food in Lidl's pretty good. We shop there. Yeah, we spend quite a lot of money because we're greedy and we like eating a lot. So what else are we talking about? The cost of, cost of transport. Okay, taxis are quite expensive, I suppose, but probably not compared to big cities around the world. So it works out something like about if you say €1 a kilometre, it won't be that far off, and if you work in miles, then you can just round it up to 1.61483. Yeah, see, I just made that up. I don't know what the conversion is, but it's, you know, just say €2 a mile and you'll get change. Yeah. So taxis, there aren't any trains in this part of Greece, but there are in other parts of Greece, so I don't know the cost of that, but you can look that up on the website as well. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of research. Price of houses in Greece is, compared to the rest of the Europe, is quite cheap. Compared to Western Europe, certainly compared to the UK, is quite cheap.
You've got ferries.
And oh yeah, ferries, yeah. So ferries are really good. We haven't got any trains in this part of Greece, but because everywhere in Greece is near the sea, they got a good ferry system that runs around the coast. And so, for example, you can go from, it works out probably about €15 an hour on a ferry. If you said €15 an hour, then it'd probably be quite close to the mark. And I think the longer journeys are even more cost effective per hour as well. So for example, you can do 2 hours to Piraeus on the ferry and it costs about €35. It's not, you know, it's not a great cost. How much was the bus when we got the bus from Athens down this way? 14 euros on the bus. 14 euros on the bus, and it took what, 3 hours?
Yeah, I can't remember if that's
so if you said €5 an hour for a bus journey as well, you probably wouldn't be too far off that either. So the cost of living in Greece is quite cheap actually. It's quite cost effective. What was I saying, Tanya?
I wonder what else we can talk about.
Cost of living. Cost of things in Greece. How much does it cost to live in Greece?
What else have you got? I think.
Internet, yeah. Internet's about 30 euros a month for unlimited. And the bandwidth varies. It's supposed to be 20 gigs, but it's probably more like 10. To be honest, 20 megs, sorry, it's more likely to be 10 or something. So it's not mega fast, but it's good enough to stream on, it's good enough to video conference with, and it's good enough for both of us to video conference together, to separate people with. So, you know, it's fine for working remotely, put it that way. Taxis are quite expensive, but I'll probably do a different video on that. So if you want to work whilst you're in Greece, which, you know, we're just finding out now, it's the tax system's crazy, but I'll do a video on that when I know more about it, to be honest. And you're going to have to pay for an accountant as well. Buying a house in Greece can be, it's not so bad really. It's about the same price to buy a house in Greece as what it is to buy a house in England. So that's it, I think. What else do we need to talk about? Cost of living in Greece. If you've got any questions, I'm here at the beach now, look. Yeah, man. I'm just going to get in that sea. Getting in that sea, it's like 5 o'clock. Well, it's not now, it's 5:30. I'm just going to go from a daily swim. Not very many people here today, actually.
Monday.
Yeah, it's peak season here in Greece, end of August. So what temperature are we at? What's it say on there? 36 degrees on the dash thermometer, which is in the shade apparently. But here we go. It's our local beach. I love this beach. It's great. It's a great beach. It's a secret beach. I'm not going to tell you where it is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get in the sea. Okay. So just gonna. I don't want to run in the sea with my phone in my pocket because that would be really stupid, wouldn't it? So yeah. There, cost of living in Greece, or how much does it cost to live in Greece? I hope that helped a little. I probably hasn't answered all your questions, but if you drop messages below, or if you comment, or if you know of different things, or you know how to save money living in Greece, then of course you can always drop us a message. Or an email. Of course you can email us at the email address in the section below as well. Leave your comments as really valued. You know, we love to hear from people as well. And what else do I need to say? I don't know. Stay safe out there. That's the best thing to do. Right, I'm off swimming. Here we go. Yeah. Right. Oh, you know I'm going swimming because I've got my orange swimmy top on. It's good. Tanya hates it. I like wearing it because it protects me from the sun. Right. Yeah, look at this. It's not a bad way to get in the water just before tea. There, that'll do. I'm in the sea. See you later. Bye.